And welcome back to the Hall of Toys, finally. I'm Brant.
I'm Chris.
And we're back. We promised we'd come back.
Yeah, just a month late.
Yeah, that's all. Just a few weeks, just 30 days or so.
Alright, let's put it this way. We hate September. We're glad it's almost over. Don't kill us. Get off of our backs.
Yeah. No, but you will understand why very soon, because before we actually get into the show, we are going to make some announcements, and that's kind of why things have been kind of put on hold for a bit. That and life stuff, of course.
Honestly, I would say it's 90% the announcements we're going to make, and about 10% stuff. I mean, we're in September, so we're busy with the whole 5 years later with DC Comics on Comic Frontline.
Right.
August was the end of summer, so we cried a bit. And yeah, so that's why we're doing this at the end of September. We're happy.
Yeah.
By the end of next week, we'll be in October.
Absolutely. And another non-related, well, it is kind of related. You'll understand that in a minute. But a non-related announcement to this show is because this show is going to air on Tuesday, September 30th. That means tomorrow, October 1st, is Comic Related's 10-year anniversary. Thank you.
I would be louder, but Tommy's sleeping.
Right. No, that's good. I'll add some in there too. But
if you can, just put some audio in of a crowd going woo.
Yeah,
and
there
then
you
we're
go.
Good.
But yeah, so that's a cool achievement. 10 years we've been doing this.
That's amazing. And honestly, you only missed 1 week, and that was out of your power.
I missed a week. You're talking Zone 4. I'm talking about Comic Related.
I'm talking about Zone 4, aren't I?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. No, Comic Related itself, the website, has been 10 years on October 1st. And technically, the episode was recorded for that week, so we didn't miss that week either. So Loopholes, my friend, loopholes. Anyway.
No, but wait, you didn't. No, I'm right. You missed because you were off. I'm just trying to cover this up with Zone 4. Now you see this? See what he's doing to me? Making me sound crazy. I know what I'm talking about.
For Zone 4, we had no power. I couldn't physically upload it. That's why we missed.
That's what I'm saying, and it also hit you with Comic Related for a couple of days, I remember.
Yeah, Comic Related has gone down, for various reasons, but yeah. Aside from that, 10 years of updating 365 days a year, I think we got a pretty good track record, so awesome.
Hell yeah. Should be up there with any other. We should be like your number one source. That's why I say we are your number one source. We've got everything going on Comic Related. Zone 4's on there. Comic Frontline's on there. Frontline, well, we'll get into one of the announcements, and then that's on there. We got a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah. So
we've got a picture of Michael and naked Jackie Chan on there.
I'm uncomfortable now. But so yeah, we're glad to be back regardless. So getting back to Hall of Toys itself, yeah, we've been missing for a while. We hope you've missed us and enough to be all excited for this episode, because we do have some announcements, some really exciting, fun announcements, and we're looking forward to your feedback on these announcements and what you think about the changes. So. Should we dive into it then?
Let's dive into it. I'll start with this one.
All right.
Let me start with this one, so this will kind of like get us into the other big announcements. This is a smaller announcement. For the month of October, we were supposed to be at episode 19 right now, but because we're a month behind, this is episode 18. So in the month of October, so we can get to episode 20 faster, we will be doing two smaller episodes. As a matter of fact, the next episode of Hall of Toys will be in 2 weeks, and we're going to be taking out the gaming section. It's just going to be about toys and board games, and then the next show, which will be 2 weeks after that, which will be at the end of October, we'll go back to a regular format with the toys, then the video games, and then the board games.
Yeah.
And that is due to the big announcements that are coming next, which Brant is going to take the first one.
Right. And before I do that, just to give everybody those dates, episode 19 will be on, October 14th. Episode 20 will be on October 28th. So, there you go. All right. So, big announcements. want to do the main show announcement first or the gaming? Which one you want to
do the main show, because then,
okay. Then you can go into
do the main show.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, did we decide after or as of 20? After?
After 20.
All right.
After
All right.
20.
All right. So with episode 21 of Hall of Toys, which will be the November episode of the show, we are returning to the show to a monthly format, and there's a reason why. You'll understand. And we are moving to the Zone 4 channel, and we're turning it into a live video show once a month for you guys. And because of that, it's going to be a tighter show. We're going to try to keep it, did we say like an hour-ish or so?
An hour and a half, 90 minutes.
Yeah. So, and we're going to focus on the toys and the board games for that show. And Chris will tell you why we're doing it that way in just a second. But yeah, every on the Zone 4 channel, which is youtube.com/Zone4podcast, we're going to have every month a live, like Google Hangout, whatever, doing a haul of toys, and we'll show off toys and figures and stuff like that, and we'll talk about board games and toys and just have a good old time, and you guys can interact with us, so that'll be fun for you all. You can suggest stuff for us to talk about or show if we have it or if we can get access to it and that kind of stuff. And we'll be able to show off new stuff we get a lot easier that way. It's just a more conducive format for a toy show, we feel. So we're kind of excited about it. So with episode 21 in November, keep a lookout. We are going to have a specific Facebook page. This is another side announcement real quick for Hall of Toys, and we'll share that and have all the announcements and dates and stuff up there. But, Chris, why don't you tell them why there's not going to be any gaming in the live shows?
Well, Brent, unlike with the toys and the board games, where we actually felt like while we were doing the podcast, we wanted to show it off, with the gaming section, what we decided, especially because of another announcement, which will be after this, we decided to take the gaming section of Hall of Toys out and make that into its own podcast. Since Hall of Toys is becoming a live show, we decided to replace the podcast Hall of Toys with a gaming podcast, which is going to be all gaming. Obviously, the podcast is going to be shorter. It's not going to be like a 2-hour podcast, maybe 90 minutes, just like Hall of Toys. But it's going to be a podcast. It's going to take Hall of Toys' place on the iTunes for Zone 4. So far, the tentative title is Gaming Zone. That's like the 70 to 80% definite name for the channel. We're still debating if we're going to change it. Also, the audio, which we will be taking from the podcast, will be also shown on Frontline Gaming Zone, which is the next announcement, which me and Brent will both talk about because there's announcements and news from both. But Frontline Gaming Zone, really quickly, is the gaming channel for Comic Frontline. Myself, Michael, Brant, Lisa, Cindy, Ellie, and our friend Mike T, we decided to branch off of Comic Frontline, and obviously with walkthroughs, this is kind of going into Frontline Gaming, so I'm giving what Frontline Gaming is. We decided to branch off of Comic Frontline and do a gaming channel. What the gaming channel is going to be about is exactly what it is. Gaming. All about gaming. We're going to be doing walkthroughs, we're going to be doing playthroughs, we're going to be doing just some random plays, we're going to be doing some party plays from some party games. This podcast, Gaming Zone, will be a part of that channel as well. There'll be random gaming here and again, maybe some achievement hunting. Right now we're in the beta phase, which means we're basically going to be testing around what we want to do and what we don't want to do. And there's going to be a lot of series that you're going to see, maybe part 1 of, part 2, and then we're going to say, okay, this isn't working, and we'll change it up. But we're working on a bunch of series, and the tentative official announcement where Frontline Gaming Zone will leave its beta stage is January of 2015. But again, that's a tentative title. Now, where Gaming Zone fits in on all this is Brant and I wanted to branch into a bigger podcast for gaming, because we've noticed as we're doing Hall of Toys, we wanted to show you guys, like I was saying, the toys. We wanted to give you guys a visual to go along with the audio, because right now we can sit here and talk about a figure all we want. There's always a link in the show notes, but we want to be able to actually show it off. And we figured the best thing to do as far as announcements would be to move Hall of Toys, at least, the stuff that we visually wanted to show you, to a live show, and what better way to do it than to put it on the Zone 4 channel, which I know that Brant's been wanting to build up for a while.
Yeah, and also, that's not to say we'll always have every single figure that we want to show, but we can still screen share and show you pictures and stuff, and it's easier with toys and stuff to do a visual thing like that.
Mm-hmm.
So. Sorry.
Well, mostly it is going to be screen sharing.
Yeah.
No, you're right. No. But a lot of it won't be will be screen sharing because a lot of the toys we talk about are pre-orders or coming out soon. So most of it will be screen sharing anyway. But with the gaming, especially because we noticed the section on Hall of Toys was getting bigger and bigger, we just decided to separate it. And instead of giving you guys one podcast a month, you're going to get a podcast and a live show. Most likely the live show will be at the beginning of the month. And then the podcast for Gaming Zone will be towards the end of the month, especially with November being a very heavy game month. We definitely want to get to the end of February
the end of February.
November. I've been saying February. Good for me.
Yeah.
That's a long way. No. Well, November is going to be.
Yeah. Basically, the way it's going to, if we plan it right, the way it's going to work out is you'll have the Hall of Toys show, then 2 weeks later gaming, then 2 weeks later Hall of Toys, and so forth. So basically, we're going back to a bi-weekly format. Just it's going to be 2 different shows.
Right. So. Right. And the only thing you guys are going to be hearing on iTunes is obviously the gaming, since live shows can't be. Well, they can be, but we don't want to transmute two shows into iTunes.
Yeah, right at first at least. Well, I mean, space restrictions are an issue. So if things grow and stuff, and we decide, we want to move it over to iTunes, we will let you guys know. And if there are listeners out there that only listen to us via iTunes or, through one of the websites, let us know if you really need Hall of Toys on iTunes, and we'll consider it. We'll put it like that.
Right. Absolutely. 100%. But now I lost my,
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I forgot what I was going to say. But it's going to work out where everybody's going to be happy. I mean, we've been wanting to do some big changes since the middle of last year, and we started discussing it. And I think especially with a gaming channel now, which I'll have Brant talk more about, Gaming Zone will fit perfectly into the new mesh of things that we're going to be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And, with the gaming channel, like Chris said, we're going to be doing walkthroughs and all that kind of stuff. And we debated for a bit, should we do a podcast on the channel and stuff? And it kind of made sense to do it because it's totally gaming focused, and it's only once a month, so it's not going to take up a bunch of space. You're not going to see it flooding the channel and stuff. So, you can go there once a month, grab the podcast, listen to it there, and then enjoy the other content on there. We're all going to be contributing. Most of us have already put up some kind of video up there. I'm still working on what I'm going to do, but everybody else has already put stuff up there. So there's a lot of content already, even though we're still in the beta phase.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to be testing around in the next couple of months. I mean, we have about 2 months still to really fiddle around with, 3 actually. We have October, we have November, and we have December.
Right.
So we have 3 months to fiddle around and play with ideas. What we are planning to do, here's a little minor announcement, is for the month of October, because it's Halloween month, we are planning to do some horror-based games. Right now, we have 2 games that we downloaded. I'll talk about one of them when we get into Game Gab, because one of them actually just came out. We're going to look into other older scary games like Half-Life and Left 4 Dead. I'm working on a live show for October 31st around 10 o'clock, which will be Halloween night. It's a Friday night, so...
that would be Eastern time for everybody.
Eastern.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. 10 o'clock Eastern time for everybody. So I'm working on a few ideas. It's all part of the beta phase to see if Frontline Gaming Zone can actually handle a month's worth of celebration. And honestly, I think the only 2 months, or the only month, honestly, that really would, with the gaming channel, that would really work with is Halloween, because there's really not that many Thanksgiving games, and there's really not that many Christmas games. So the best month, the best holiday to do gaming is October, because you got a lot of horror games, and there's still a lot more coming out in the coming year. So this will be like the big holiday month for the gaming channel. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to give everybody an idea of the kind of stuff that we have on there already, we do have horror games like Amnesia on there. Chris is doing a Destiny walkthrough. Lisa's playing The Sims
That's not
4.
a horror game.
No, I know.
That's not a horror game.
No, I know, of course.
I know.
And,
I'm being funny.
yeah, okay, gotcha. Mike Spider Slayer is doing not Infinite Crisis. Help me out. Injustice, Gods Among Us. He's doing a really cool series where he's using each character and fighting every character and then kind of tallying up which character he does best with and stuff. So that's pretty neat. Mike did Mario the Lost Levels, or Michael rather.
Which he still has. We're gonna be posting up the next part probably. I'm probably gonna edit it Monday night into Tuesday morning, so it'll be up. It's actually up right now since this goes up on Tuesday. It'll be up by today.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of content already there, so you should go check it out. And should I announce what I'm thinking of doing?
Sure.
I've not announced it anywhere yet, so. And they're old games at this point, but I've never played them, and I thought it would be fun. What I'm going to attempt to do is go through the entire Batman Arkham games chronologically. So starting with Origins and going through to the end, and then when Arkham Knight comes out, doing that one as well. So it's kind of a lead up to the new game. So I'll just be doing kind of a playthrough, because I'm not going to do a full walkthrough where I'm trying to complete every single part of it. I'm just going to play through and, hope you guys enjoy it. So.
Well, hopefully also you'll be able to join us on the live show if you get the games that we're planning to do for the live show, which I'm not going to announce just yet.
Right, yeah, I'm hoping to be able to do that too for the Halloween thing. Yeah.
So, Frontline Gaming Zone, like I said, we're going to be working heavily on it. Gaming Zone, which ironically has Zone in it also, which is why we're debating about the title still. Mm-hmm. But we're going to be working. The podcast works perfectly with the new channel, and there's so much stuff that we're going to be talking about in starting in November with gaming. And who knows, maybe we'll get some interviews with some voice actors, maybe some game developers as time moves forward. A Hole of Toys, maybe we'll get some people from Hasbro or something to come on and talk to us about some of their new toys coming out or whatever. But we're definitely looking into a lot of things. We can't announce, of course, people that we're going to have on or people we're planning to have on. But we will talk to people as the new year comes in. Let's put it that way. As the new year comes in, we'll see if we can get some people for both shows, both Hall of Toys and Gaming Zone.
Right.
I would love to get David Hayter as a personal Metal Gear Solid fan, and I know Brant loves Metal Gear Solid, so I'm sure he'd love to have him on also. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 5 is supposed to be coming out sometime next year. I know David Hayter isn't part of it, but he plays a gigantic, significant role in the Metal Gear Solid franchise, so it would still be cool to have him on. But there's a lot of possibilities in the coming year, but right now the major announcements are the separation of the gaming and the moving of Holo Toys to a live show format, so we could show you guys the toys instead of just talk about them.
Right. And also, just to let everybody know, because it's kind of related to this, there is going to be a question for all our YouTube listeners on the next episode of Zone 4 for the Zone 4 podcast. Since we're talking about the Zone 4 channel, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick.
So it's going to be pertaining to the Zone 4 channel?
Yeah. So tune into episode 289 that'll go live on Friday. So.
Getting close to 300.
Yeah, very close. So we'll see.
I sense a 300 reference that's going to happen in the 300th episode.
Well, as we mentioned in a previous episode, we're just going to toss everybody into the hole. 300.
Yeah, but I have a feeling you're going to do more than that.
We shall see.
I know Brent. He's going to do more than that.
For Zone 4! No, sorry.
So, those are the major announcements we've got for you guys right now. Let us know, either here or through iTunes or wherever you're listening to this. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, or hot@comic-related.com, of course.
Yes, you can email us also. And let us know what you think of the changes, any suggestions you guys have. I'm sure that you guys are going to love the gaming podcast because it'll give us more time to discuss not only games being released, but games that we've played since we have Frontline Gaming Zone. We're going to be up to date with all the video games. me and Mike clocked about 12 video games we'll be getting in the month of November, it's a good thing that we're going to have the podcast at the end of November because I'll have a lot of games to discuss.
That's true. Very true.
I'm trying to get Brant still on Minecraft and to get Hyrule Warriors.
I'm trying to get back into the world, we'll say. So we'll see what happens.
The universe,
the multiverse of video gaming, where my life disappears. But it'll be fun. But yeah, we've gone on long enough about the announcements. Unless there was anything else, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Just again, look forward to the month of October. I will have a teaser or a trailer for the month of October up. Hopefully by the end of this week. I think this Friday is October 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So hopefully by this Friday, I don't know, I might use Brant's voice instead of using my voice as an announcer for the thing, and then I'll just string it together with videos and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I still have to discuss it with Brant, but there should be a trailer up within the first 3 days of October, because we're going to jump right into October ASAP.
Right. And who knows, maybe for the episode 20 of Hollow Toys, we'll do a Halloween-themed episode. You never know. So, we'll see. But that's it for the announcements. We should talk about some toys. Yep. It's toy
Indeed, that's what we're here for.
Exactly. So, start us off, Chris. What are we talking about first in Hollow Toys Toy Talk?
I saw this and I laughed and I said, "Oh my God! If it wasn't $84.99, I'd probably buy it." The Guardians of the Galaxy action hero, Vignette, Baby Groot.
Vignette, yeah.
Vignette, thank you. And it's basically, it looks just like the Baby Groot from the movie. It's like a nice little statue. I still wouldn't pay $84 for it, but it looks so nice. I loved it. Obviously, Baby Groot was a humongous hit in the movies that they're making figures, pop vinyls with it. I mean, they're making a lot of stuff with Baby Groot.
And the funny thing is, it's just in the cutscene at the end. It's not like it was a major scene in the movie, but it just resonated with people, and people just loved it. And it was a funny scene. And if they ever do make a truly dancing one, because the Funko bobblehead, it bobbles, but that's not quite the same thing. If they ever make a dancing one, I'm buying that thing. There's no question about it.
As long as it's cheap, yeah.
As long as it's within my price range, yes. But I would love to have it regardless. But this is super cute. This statue, yeah. 7 inches.
All right, so what's next, Brant? It is 7?
Yeah, 7 inches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Plastic, though. $84.99 for a 7-inch piece of plastic. Little steep for my taste.
That's where I close out the link and say it's a great figure. If it ever goes down to $20 to $30, we'll talk. Yeah.
All right, next up we have the 1/10 scale Luke and Leia, A New Hope Artifact Statue 2-pack. And before I even talk about this one, I don't know if it's in our links, but I saw a Chewbacca one as well, which looked fantastic.
Yes. I did see that. I couldn't find it when I was looking for the links. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Chewbacca one is fantastic as well, so go look that up. But this one is equally impressive. It's Luke in his original white outfit, and Leia, of course, in her classic look with the white gown, holding a gun. He's got the blue lightsaber. Let's see, it weighs a little over 2 pounds. It looks really sharp. It's steep though, $104.99. List price is
it is for 2 statues.
Yeah, exactly, for 2 statues, so that's not really that bad. List price is $119.99. This particular website we're looking at is a little bit discounted, but they have a few different views on this link, which you will find in the show notes, as Chris mentioned. Nice detail on this. Artifact statues are usually really nice. So if you're familiar with the brand and everything, and you're a Star Wars fan, this is something you'll definitely want to look at.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's next?
All right, I have right here one of the first figures I've seen in a long time, the DC Signature Series Connor Kent, a.k.a. Superboy. This is the pre-New 52 Superboy. I'd love to get this figure, if not for the face sculpt. I do not like the head sculpt whatsoever. The figure, if you take the head off, though, from the neck down, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. It's that head sculpt that, honest to God, ruins the whole figure for me. For some reason, they made his face, they made him look too old. The articulation looks amazing, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I completely agree with you 100% on everything you just said. The head sculpt is what bothers me. It doesn't look anything like him. I don't know what they did, why they did it that way. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what ruins the figure. That's the only reason why I would not spend $37.99 on this figure.
Yeah, he looks more like a Black Adam without the pointy ears and more hair. In the face, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, but the rest of the sculpt is fantastic. The body from the head down. So.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely,
down, and the articulation. Yeah, and the articulation is gorgeous also.
Right.
Lots of nice poses.
Yeah. So.
All right. So what you got next, Brant?
All right. Okay. This guy has a movie coming out. We learned recently. 1/6 scale Marvel action figure Deadpool. This one is $229.99. So very, very steep. Weighs over 4 pounds. Comes with guns and puns, they say. But
there's a lot. There's about 4. I saw it. I think we posted it on Comic Related. There's a bunch of. There's 2 head sculpts, grenades, 2 swords, a bunch of guns, 2 different sets of hands, and I think you get head pool if you pre-order it.
Oh wow, nice. Yes, I mean it is a very cool looking figure if you're a Deadpool fan. Even if you're not, the level of detail on this figure, it looks amazing. I don't know if that's actual cloth on him or not, but it looks like it. If not, they did a really good job.
It looks like it, yeah.
So, there's multiple swap out hand gestures and plug-in word bubble accessories, so that's awesome.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they're customizable with explicit thoughts and witty words. So that's pretty cool. So you can have your Deadpool figure saying whatever you want him to be saying. That's pretty neat. I like that.
That's sick.
If I had looked at that before the show, that might have been my end action figure pick. But Chris provided all the links, and I wanted to be surprised on what he picked this time. So that's why. All right, what you got for us next?
Oh, I have to talk about this. It's from NECA, and I've been loving their figures. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to afford their figures. Aliens, Xenomorph Queen, Ultra Deluxe, boxed, 15 inches tall, 30 inches long. That's over 2 feet long and a foot with a couple of extra inches tall.
Wow.
They actually have it compared to an action figure.
Yep.
It's one big figure.
Yeah, it is. Compared to the action figure, it's massive. So.
The price, though, is massive. It's $119, but it's $95 on the website we're looking at. Comes out in October this year.
Yeah. So, Alien fans, this is something you'll definitely want, I think.
I wish that the Alien figures were cheaper than what they've been, because, I don't know, I just feel like, I mean, I understand it's a gorgeous figure, probably has tons of posability and everything, but at the same time, that's a steep price for just one figure. I mean, throw in 1 or 2 Alien figures too. Make it worth the $120 or the $100 you're asking for. I mean,
right? Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree. But just to elaborate on what you were saying, 30 inches long, 30 points of articulation, and a very posable tail. So, like you said, you can pose it in different ways. Very nice. All right, we also have, let's see what I want to talk about next. Speaking of Groot, which, we kind of mentioned this before, the Pop Marvel Bobble Guardians of the Galaxy Dancing Groot. The head looks very similar to the other Groot figure they have, but of course it's the baby Groot body in a pot and it bobbles, so it kind of simulates the dancing a little bit. Only $10 for this. This is definitely something I'd like to have on my shelf. Funko does.
I'm probably getting it for Christmas.
Yeah, Funko does amazing figures. I love their stuff. We do the Funko Spotlight series on Comic Frontline. We post news about them. We're very enthusiastic about this company and the work that they do. And this is just another example of their fantastic figures. Lots of great detail on it. So. All right.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
The next one I got because I wanted to hear Brant laugh. It's sold out on this website, but it's got to be mentioned. The Darth Vader toaster. You ever want to have toast with Darth Vader's face on it? Get this toaster. It's the helmet of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You put the bread in, and it toasts the bread, but it makes especially dark the middle of the bread to look like the Darth Vader helmet, and on the other side it says Star Wars.
I would actually love to have this. Just for the novelty of it. Yeah, no, I would. I'd be like, I want to have a Star Wars sandwich. It just looks cool. It's Darth Vader's head, and you get food out of it. That's awesome. I don't know if I pay $50 for it, but it's pretty cool.
Well, apparently a lot of people did.
Yeah, it sold out, so that is awesome. I hadn't seen it before. He told me about it right before we started recording, but I haven't looked at it yet. But that's
good.
That's amazing. I want it. So anybody out there that wants to give me a Christmas gift or a novelty gift just for the heck of it, I will make toast on the live Holotoy show for you. And I'll have bacon on it. It is Zone 4 related. Why not? I'll have a bacon.
Exactly.
I will make a bacon sandwich on my Star Wars toast if somebody buys this for me. I promise you.
Anybody within the sound of Brant's voice, if you'd like to see Star Wars toast
with bacon.
With bacon.
I'll make it live on the show. I'll figure out a way to take a camera in there. I'll just cook it right there. I'll make a BLT or something.
Take the phone.
There you go. Yeah, I'll take the phone and I'll put it up on you guys can watch me making a BLT on Star Wars toast live.
Live, nonetheless.
If you can find it where it's not sold out somewhere, of course.
eBay.
Yeah, it's estimated to arrive. This is pre-order, of course. It's estimated to arrive sometime this year. So, fourth quarter. Obviously, we're in the fourth quarter, so sometime. Hopefully by Christmas. Yeah. So there you go.
All right, next, Brant.
Where do I go from here? Disney figure Christmas series Mickey.
Yeah, they have a lot of them. I just picked this one because I figure we're getting into the holiday season.
Right, sure.
They have a lot. They have a lot of different figures.
Hey, everybody loves Mickey Mouse. It's a 3.75 figure. It's PVC. Weighs less than a pound. $45 is kind of steep, but it looks pretty cool. You got Mickey with
Disney.
Yeah, it's Disney. Of course, it's going to be high. You got Mickey with a Christmas tree and presents and pictures of his family and stuff around. I don't know if that all comes with it or if it's just backdrop, but
I think you get the tree. I think you get the tree and the presents.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's still cool to set up around your house for Christmas time if you're Disney fans.
Here. Set contains Mickey Mouse, Christmas tree box, present box, and tree ornaments.
Yeah, exactly. So everything except for that backdrop wall. So that's cool. Awesome.
Anybody can make that.
Yeah, exactly. So looks pretty neat, and I'd like to see the other ones in the series. I'm sure they have all the main characters there. Surely, maybe.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah,
they do.
They have Mickey and Minnie, definitely. I know. So.
And Goofy and Donald.
Cool. Awesome. So, all right. What's next?
All right. Next, to go along with your toaster, if you've ever liked the Batman 1966 show, they have the Batman Dynamic Duo Monolith for $60.
This thing looks weird.
It looks horribly weird.
It does look horrible.
It's not even a toy, but it's a weird statue that I had to throw in. Brant, you have to share this on the show notes. Like, Brant will share the Darth Vader in the show notes specifically.
The actual pictures, yeah.
Burt Ward looks so weird in this.
Yeah. This looks like, if I could explain, this looks like what would happen if you turned the 1960s Batman and Robin into like a pyramid, not a pyramid, the Sphinx, like the Sphinx statues in Egypt.
Yeah. You
put their heads on one of those, and it's like they're melded together into this big stone mess. It's just weird.
Yeah, I don't understand. But if you're a Batman fan, especially of the 1966 series, go for it.
I don't think you'd want this either, but hey, you might. You might be into granite-looking 5-inch tall polystone for $60. I don't know. It's weird. That's all I can say about it. It's weird.
you want to take the last thing on the list?
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TMNT Rebel Tech figure Raphael. And Raphael's my second favorite turtle, next to Michelangelo, of course. This is a really cool looking figure, 5.5 inches tall, obviously plastic. He's ready to rock out of the box with an insane level of articulation. He's got his size. He's got an extra angry head, a manhole cover stand.
Which is an anime head. It's like an anime head.
Nice. Oh yeah, it's the big eyes, the exaggerated eyes, and little effect lines and jagged teeth. That's pretty.
Hey, click the third picture. You'll see it in action.
Oh, nice. That is hilarious. But yeah, these are really nice articulated figures. You can high posability for these. It looks like so. $60, steep price, but I'm a turtle fan. Grew up on the turtles. I know you're a huge turtle fan too, Chris.
Yep.
And we'll be talking more about that later. But yeah, this is an amazing looking figure. So.
I love it. If I had the money, and if they had all 4 figures, I definitely would grab it. Maybe they'll make a Revelitech 4-pack, and it'll be like $200. I'll cry, and I still won't get it, but...
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, man, I wish.
Yeah. I do see
All right, that's it for the toy section.
Yeah.
I didn't... Oh, you did see Michelangelo? I didn't see him.
I've got him open right now, and yeah, he looks pretty cool, too. He doesn't have
send
that...
me the link so I can see it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the anime head. He has like a closed-eyed, smiling, cheesing head. But
did you find Donnie?
Not yet, but I'm still looking. Let's see. We got Mikey. There's Donnie. Okay.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
So they're all coming out in October. I missed them.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of head Donnie has. He's got drool coming out of his mouth. Donnie does in his.
Oh, probably because the whole April thing. He always drools when she's around.
Yeah, and he's got like a little heart attachment, so it's like he's drooling and his heart's beating really fast, kind of thing. That's funny.
Wow.
I like it.
Wow.
Yeah, I want these. I'm not getting them. I can't afford those, but I want them. That'd be awesome. $240 for them.
Yeah, that's steep.
Yeah, it is. But very cool. But that's all the toys, right?
Yep, that's all I got.
So it's time for some Game Gab.
Game Gab, which will soon be its own podcast.
Mm-hmm. So this is one of the last Game Gabs you can hear on Hall of Toys.
The second to last, because
I said
we're
one
going
of
to
the
be skipping
last,
this next episode.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a little bit more of a definitive, this is the second to last.
Okay. This is the penultimate Game Gab section on Hall of Toys, but not the last Game Gab. What?
I was going to say, it's like Derek Jeter, the last day of Yankee Stadium. It was the last time you saw him at shortstop, but there were still 3 more games where you get to see him bat.
There you go. All right, I'm going to kick this off just with, because this is kind of old news, but we haven't gotten a chance to talk about it yet. Back in July, they announced that they are officially making a Final Fantasy VII remake for the PS4 exclusively. This is the official trailer is to be unveiled at E3 2015. So right now, just a lot of talk, but I don't know. There's a lot of controversy about this. Should it be remade? Should it not? Personally, 7 is the one that I have not played. I kind of skipped it and went to 8.
So for you, it's a worthwhile thing.
It's a very much worthwhile thing. I want to play this on a next gen system. I love that they're remaking it. For classic fans that have played it, I know that Final Fantasy VII is the Final Fantasy game. That's the one everybody raves about and all that stuff. So I understand.
I never played that. I agree with you 100%. I definitely would love to get my hands on that. when you say Final Fantasy, everybody goes back to 7 or 10. Apparently 10 has so many remakes to it. I'm glad they're picking a different number for one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was like 10, 10-2, 10 something else. Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, 10-2 was the sequel. No, they actually remade 10 a couple of times also, from what I understand.
Gotcha. I don't know. I lost track after that point. But, yeah. But no, I mean...
it was my understanding... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I apologize. I'm on a little delay, everybody. That's why it sounds like I'm interrupting Brant, but I'm not. I don't hear him talking, and I start talking. I grew up believing that Final Fantasy 12 was the finale, the grand finale of Final Fantasy ended at 12, but obviously we're at like 15 now, so that was not true.
Yeah. But if this does go through, I mean, obviously that E3 2015 is a long ways away. If we actually get this, then we're definitely gonna be talking about it. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to play it on the next gen system. I think that'll be awesome. So that's all.
I believe I did play it once when way back when Blockbuster was around. I think I did rent the game once and play it. I have to check my memory card for PlayStation.
Okay. I know I didn't because 8 was the first one I ever played. Except for, the old NES ones. I think I might have played, like, the original. I think it was on NES, right?
Final Fantasy X. Yeah, I think Final Fantasy X, though, was my first, honest to God, like, owning-wise, first Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. I remember 8 was, like, 4 discs, and I rented it, and I kept it for, like, 2 months, and I had so many late charges, and I still never beat the game.
Wow. Well, 4 discs? Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Could you imagine 4 discs back then, and now we only have 1 Blu-ray disc for the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Crazy.
All right, so what did you want to talk about first?
Okay, well, I will make an announcement about something that freshly came out, actually. I want to leave the 2 games that just came out for last. One thing I want to talk about is a couple of days ago, let's just say sometime last week, to be safe, sometime last week, on the PlayStation 3 console and the Xbox 360, Slender the Arrival is officially now on console. Slender the Arrival was available on Steam and still is available on Steam. Originally, it's a computer game. A game that I'm still trying to get Brant to play the 8 pages one of.
Right.
But Slender Man, or Slender in general, since 2000, and I believe it started in 9, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2010. I don't have a specific, but whenever Slender the 8 pages first came out, from that point, Slender Man quickly grew as a very, very popular horror game. The suspense in it, the fear factor, the terror really was unbelievable. Every gamer I know, once I believe it came out, everybody tried it, and it became widely popular super fast. We had Slender the 8 pages. People started making different versions of Slender Man, different objectives. Slender the Arrival is one of the more official Slender games. I want to say it's a game that takes you. It does the 8 pages still. There is a section, but it's more of a. How do I explain it? It feels more like a video game instead of an official gigantic video game. There's chapters to it. It's a long game. You're not just collecting 8 pages and then you're done. They actually beefed out the story. They've added proxies for Slender Man, so it's not just Slender Man who is coming after you now. It's a bunch of other proxies that he's made. It definitely fleshes out Slender Man a bit more. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't made a book on Slender Man yet where it told you his dark and grisly past, but Slender Man has become one of the more popular horror games in the gaming field. There's Slender, there's Amnesia, there was a bunch of them. Vanish, until we're still waiting for Brant to beat that. There's a lot of horror games, but Slender Man is definitely up there.
Yeah,
as a horror game.
Yeah. And that'll probably be something that we play at some point on some certain show we used to do. So we'll see what happens.
Well, Michael is doing a wall. I will say this: Michael will be doing Slender the Arrival for the month of October.
Right.
So definitely look forward to that. But that's why there's a delay, actually. At this very moment, as we're making this recording, I'm looking at my PlayStation 3, and it is downloading Slender the Arrival.
Nice.
So.
Very cool. But yeah, the 8 pages thing we'll probably do on the morning stream when it comes back, maybe. We'll see.
Awesome. We definitely got to bring the morning stream back then in October so we can do some horror games. We can go back to Vanish. This is stuff we'll talk about off the air. But yeah, Then we'll definitely do Slenderman also.
Cool. So October should be fun, gaming-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll jump in with something, unless you got something else you want to talk about.
No, that's it. Go get it. It's $10 on both systems.
Right. Very good value. Oh. All right. For you Infinite Crisis fans, there was a big update this week. 2 new champions were added, and let's see, what else did they add? Seemed like they added some other stuff. Huge performance improvements, completely remastered maps, and the new champions you can get in the game are Atomic Joker and Nightmare Robin. And if you go on comicrelated.com, there's a link below, of course. There's video clips of them, plus a bunch of pictures. Really cool if you're into the game. It's an online kind of simple game, a fighting game or something. I've played it once or twice, I think. It's okay, but the characters, the addition characters, Nightmare Robin and Atomic Joker, look pretty cool. Did you see these?
Yes, I don't play the game though. Nightmare Robin, I understand because he was in the first story arc of Infinite Crisis, the comic book. I could definitely see why they added him. Yeah. Atomic Joker, interesting character, but yeah, weird character. The way he looks is weird.
Yeah, visually in a game though, that might be fun to play with. Nightmare Robin just looks cool. I like the way he looks.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's see if there's anything else from. The Marvel Superheroes game. They've added Falcon and Yondu being from Guardians of the Galaxy to the Disney Infinity Marvel.
Disney Infinity 2.0.
Yeah.
They also added Loki.
Nice. Very cool.
So Loki is another one, and Hulk. For those of you that didn't get the collector's edition, like myself, Hulk will also be a part of the second wave, which is coming out in October, I want to say.
Okay.
October-ish. So cool. You'll have more figures to add on to your collection. Personally, I'm just getting the Hulk and possibly Loki. I'm not going to get the other two.
Yeah. I think I'm waiting a little bit, but I'd like to get some of them. We'll see what happens. And the last thing I had, and then you can continue with your news, is Batman Arkham Knight is going to be exclusive to PlayStation 4 in Japan. And it comes there on July 2nd, 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Microsoft is I think Xbox actually is an American console. It's made by Microsoft, and Microsoft is an American company. Right. Japan has Nintendo and Sony. So unlike America, where we have Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox is a homemade is from us. PlayStation and Nintendo we import from Japan. For Japan, their main consoles are Sony and Nintendo, and they import the Xbox.
Right. Now, I say that for Japan, obviously exclusive to PlayStation 4 in Japan in July. I think the tentative date for America is June 2015 for multi-platforms. So.
Yeah. The collector's edition was already announced, and I'm probably going to see it at Comic-Con again.
Yeah. Long way to wait for it, but like I said, for me personally, I'm just diving into the games, so I've got enough to keep me busy until it comes out.
Believe me, Brant, you have 4 games to go through. Mm-hmm. By the time you get to the end of the 4th game, it'll be June, especially if you start now.
Exactly. So, all right, what do you want to talk about next?
Oh, I got to talk about this because I wrote an article on it. I actually did a review on it. The Call of Duty's new trailer. Mm-hmm. I forgot what it was called. Power. You have the name of you have the trailer up, Bren. What's the Power?
1 second. It is Power Changes Everything.
Yeah, and in the new trailer, it premieres a new mode, which is the Exo Survival Mode, which I'll talk about in a second. And you also get to see the mechas, which you get a mech suit. You get to see more multiplayer, and then they obviously show off the graphics in the game with the movies. I tell you, Kevin Spacey looks good in graphics.
Looks amazing.
And yeah. And then like I said, you get the Exo Survival Mode. Now, I read the comments too because I was curious to see what other people thought to make sure I wasn't the only one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were saying the mech suits remind them of Titanfall, and the Exo Survival is basically a copy and paste job of Halo's Firefight. Now, to be honest, Firefight is definitely something Halo did first, and I look at the mech suits, and believe me, there are a ton of video games that acclimate mech suits in their multiplayer, so I didn't think Titanfall at all, because tons and tons of video games with multiplayer do some version of a mech suit. So, to be honest, if you want to say it's a copy of Titanfall, okay. Personally, I don't see a copy there. Now, Exo Survival. If you've played Halo ODST, which I have extensively, love Firefight to death. I still want to get the Vidmaster challenge for it. Yes, it is like Firefight because you get unending waves of enemies until you all die or run out of lives. But at the same time, so was Zombies. Zombies was the exact same thing, except it was zombies. But everybody was okay with it because it was zombies. And a lot of people were also very upset that there are no zombies in this game. It's going to be the Exo Survival instead. Granted, you know it's Call of Duty. You know there's going to be DLC. They could add zombies in like that. But I'm giving it a chance because there is room for originality. Because, I mean, they gave us originality with the zombies. I think they could do the same thing with the Exo Survival. So I'm not going to call it a copy of Halo yet until I actually play it. But I can understand why people are saying it's a copy. It looks like it, but honestly, if you really look at it, it's not really that much of a copy. Other games have done it also. People are just saying that because Call of Duty is a game that comes out every year, and maybe I don't know. But to me, it looks unique enough. I mean, I got to play it to be sure, but I'm not going to call it a copy until I actually play it and see what it's like.
Gotcha. I personally have no opinion on the game itself. The graphics, the trailer looked amazing. The graphics, like you said, the Kevin Spacey thing looks fantastic. It's not my type of game. I'm not a big FPS guy. I've tried Call of Duty before. It's not my thing. So that's all I can say. It looks cool.
Oh, no, it's completely understandable. And really quick to just jump into this, because we are going to go into release games. One thing I want to mention since we started talking about it, Disney Infinity 2.0 came out this week. So for those of you that have kids that love games, 2.0 came out, and a bunch of Marvel superhero figures came out, and tentatively very soon, Tinkerbell, Donald, Maleficent, somebody from Brave, and 2 characters from Disney from a Disney XD cartoon will be coming out, and Stitch.
Sweet.
For the Disney side of 2.0.
Very cool. Awesome.
So that's really all for trailers and stuff. There were 2 other games that came out this week. I feel like I'm going to be dominating now for a little bit in the gaming because I played both of these. Destiny came out 2 weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago now.
And, yeah, it was, 2 weeks, I think.
It was about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I know, just to toss this in there, Destiny sold $325 million in the first 5 days.
Because it's Bungie.
Yeah.
Because it's Bungie. A lot of people, after buying the game, though, I've heard a lot of complaints that the game is short and that they already, on release day, pushed for people to buy the Season Pass, which gives you Expansion 1 and Expansion 2, which shows that there are 2, expansions are big. So they're definitely going to expand the game. Will it be into another world? We don't know. Will I be getting the expansions as they come out? Yes. I'm not going to buy a Season Pass. I know it's a digital download, so they're not going to sell out. So when the expansions come out, I'll see what they are and then see if I want them. That's my only complaint is the fact that they added they knew there were going to be expansions before even releasing the game, which makes me say you should have waited and added at least one of those expansions to the actual game. But the gameplay itself is beautiful. The story is really good. I'm doing a walkthrough, as Brant said in the beginning of the podcast, on this video game as we speak. Loving it. I think Bungie did an excellent job with the graphics and the gameplay. I would recommend it, though, on the PlayStation 4 if you have it, over the Xbox One. As a matter of fact, I kind of regret pre-ordering it for the Xbox One because I'm going to lose out on the Armory stuff for the pre-order, but I might actually switch over to the PlayStation 4 because I don't know why, but I feel like I should have gotten it for the PlayStation 4 in the very beginning. So if you're going to get it for the PS4. But the game is beautiful. I would definitely recommend it. Lots of fun. Lots of people are talking about it. The only disappointment and the only minus that a lot of people are saying about it is the expansion packs and the fact that the game is pretty short. The game that actually came out this week, as a matter of fact, it only came out 2 days ago from when we're recording this. It'll be almost a week ago by the time you guys hear this podcast, is Legends of Zelda Hyrule Warriors, which is basically it's a mix-up between Dynasty Warriors and Zelda. You play as either Link, Zelda, I forgot the other two character names because those are the only two characters. Let's face it, unless you really like if you know those characters or you really want to beat like a completionist and beat the game with everybody, you could play as any of them. You get thrown into a map, and what you have to do is clear the map of all the bad guys, beat the main villain, and then they move you on to the next map. It's a short, from what I understand, I haven't really gotten deep into the game yet. I will be doing a walkthrough on Frontline Gaming of that as well. It's a short game from what I'm understanding, but there is multiplayer. There is, from my understanding, from what Ellie tells me, if you're close by in proximity, you could play with somebody else on a different system. And there's going to be expansions also, of course, now that Nintendo has its new system and they have an eShop. Now they are able to give expansions to games too. But there's definitely going to be add-ons to the game as time moves forward. And it's really fun, though. If you like Dynasty Warriors and you love Legends of Zelda like myself, this game is definitely for you. I believe it is $50. And definitely worth it. For pre-order bonus, I actually got the skins from Twilight Princess.
Oh, cool.
For Link and Zelda.
I'm looking at the official website, and it's showing 13 playable characters.
Oh, it could be. Remember, I'm just starting the game, so I haven't gotten really deep into it yet.
Would you like me to say who they are or no?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely, because I wanted to give everybody who's in the game at least.
Sure. All right. You already mentioned Link and Zelda, of course. You've got Impa, Lana, Sheik, which is,
Sheik. You're right,
yeah.
Sheik.
Which, Zelda fans will know exactly who that is. Darunia, Rudo, Midna, Agatha, Fee, Zant, Garen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Minda, isn't it?
Yeah. And, of course, Ganondorf. So.
I think there's a bonus also for Club Nintendo people when you register the game with Ganondorf. I think you're going to get a special skin at some point. I don't know. Oh, cool. They mentioned there was a special reward for him. I didn't get it yet, so I guess I have to wait and see.
Nice. Very cool.
That's cool. So there's a lot of characters, but it's there's a lot of levels and definitely replayability, and you level up and you get new stuff, new items and stuff like that. So it's definitely a game that you're going to enjoy for a long time. It definitely will hold us over till next year's new Legends of Zelda game.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, I think those are all the new games that are coming out. I found out a couple hours ago that Resident Evil Revelation's coming out in March, and next week, or this Friday actually, this week when this is going up, you got Super Smash Brothers for the 3DS coming out. So that's that to look forward to. I think that's all I got for right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so did we want to run down the list for October, or we want to wait until next episode? Well, we're not doing gaming next episode, so maybe we should.
Right, so we should run down October now.
Yeah. So you already mentioned, I'll take the first, I'll take to the 10th. How about that?
Okay.
Pick up on
Sounds
the
good to me.
14th. All right, so you already mentioned Super Smash Brothers, so I'll skip that one. Skylanders Trap Team also comes out cross-platform. We've got Alien Isolation, of course, again cross-platform. Are you
forward
getting
to that? I'm getting that for yes.
I thought you were. Sorry, lag.
Yep.
We got Costume Quest 2. We got Drive Club for the PS4. We've got NBA 2K15 for cross-platform. Project Spark for all the Microsoft platforms. Styx Master of Shadows for the next gens and Windows, and Tenkai Knights Brave Battle for 3DS. That's all on the 7th. Super Smash was on the 3rd. Skylanders on the 5th. For the 9th, we have Final Fantasy 13 for Windows, and for the 10th, we have Rise, Son of Rome for Windows.
Okay, so jumping into the 14th, which is a huge day, we have Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I'm looking forward to that. Defense Grid, which is a Mac and Linksys. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures for Windows, 3DS, PS3, Wii U, and Xbox 360. Peggy 2 for PlayStation 4. Pets Beach, Pets Countryside, Pop Tropica Forgotten Island. All three of those games are 3DS exclusives. Raven Cry, Senran Kagura, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, Tears to Tiara, Tiara 2, Heir of the Overlord, and The Evil Within, which I'm hearing huge things about, but I'm going to wait and watch a couple of people do walkthroughs before I get that. On the 15th, we have Killer Instinct Season 2. I don't know if it's mentioned here, but I will mention also in October, The Walking Dead Season 1 and 2 are both coming out on the next-gen systems for Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
just to note, because I don't know if it's here. Is it here?
Yeah, it's in the to-be-announced list, yeah.
To be announced, yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'll pick up the 21st to the 24th, and then you can do the rest. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, and I'm going to turn it over back to you, so go for it.
Cool. All right, on the 21st, we have F1 2014 for PS3, Xbox 360, and Windows. We have Fantasia Music Evolved for the Xbox systems. We've got Harvest Moon, The Lost Valley for 3DS. Jagged Alliance Flashback for Windows, Macs, and Linux. Just Dance 2015 cross-platform. Samurai Warriors 4 for the PlayStation platforms. The Legend of Korra for PlayStation Network, PS4, and Windows. And The Voice for PS3, Wii U, and 360. On the 22nd, we have The Legend of Korra for Xbox One and Xbox Live. And on the 23rd, we have Stealth Inc. 2, a game of clones for the Wii U. Moving into the 24th, we have Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U. Civilization Beyond Earth for Windows, Macs, and Linux. Fantasy Life and Pokemon Art Academy for 3DS. And Majestic Knights for Windows, Mac, iOS, and Droid.
All right, for the 28th, we have Big Hero 6 for the 3DS. Freedom Wars. Yeah. Freedom Wars for the PlayStation Vita. Lord of the Fallen across all new-gen systems and Windows. MX vs. ATV Supercross for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Windows. NBA Live 15 for the next-gen systems. Power Rangers Super Mega Force for the 3DS. Sunset Overdrive for Xbox One. And WWE 2K15 for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. If you're looking for the next-gen systems, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, I believe the 14th of November. Just to throw it out there, that is the 14th of November. We will cover it again during the Gaming Zone. I believe that's when we start Gaming Zone.
Right.
So, or no, actually it'll be in the Hall of Toys the end of October, since Gaming Zone will be at the end of November, right? So in 2 weeks we'll talk about November. For the 31st, we got Winx Club Saving Alphia for 3DS. And then to be announced were the 2 Walking Dead seasons, like I said. Affordable Space Adventures for the Wii U. Run, Sackboy Run for the PS Vita, and I have no clue. Race the Sun for PlayStation for the entire PlayStation platform network. Shay-Tay and the Pirate Curse. What the hell am I reading here? 3DS and Wii U. And that's it.
Cool. So there you go.
Look forward to a lot of games in November, though. There is a lot of games. You think October was bad? November, Mike and I and Ellie all together have clocked anywhere from 10 to 11 games. So we will be getting.
Wow. It's a lot of games.
Yeah. It's a lot.
All right, so
if you guys are interested, maybe we'll make something on the Frontline Gaming Zone or something talking about games coming out in November, sometime in October.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so that takes us into Tabletop Talk.
And this is where Brad shines, because he knows stuff.
I might glimmer a little bit because it's going to be a very small section this week. I looked over Kickstarter to see if there was anything that caught my eye. Didn't see anything really, breathtaking there. So this is just some updates on some card games, actually. The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug deck building expansion is in hobby stores now, so you can find that if you're into that game. Related to that, we also have Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King deck building game is on sale now as well. These are both from Cryptozoic, by the way. Excuse me. DC Comics Epic Battles release date and redemptions was announced on October 1st, which is tomorrow. This will be releasing the DC Comics Epic Battles card game, also from Cryptozoic. And, of course, all these will be in the show notes. You can find links to them. Some pretty cool stuff there. They have there's actually some art pages from issues of Justice League and Zero Hour in this article, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the cards they make. You get like 8 cards, and it makes the picture.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So that's pretty neat. I like the way it's done. Cryptozoic makes some really good stuff. We rave about them all the time, and their DC stuff. I know that you know firsthand how good quality that is.
If anybody's willing to buy us a box of these, we will definitely do an opening on the first live show, actually, of
absolutely.
it. If you guys want to share some packs with us, feel free to, and we will definitely, absolutely, even Cryptozoic, if you guys would like us to show off some of your cards, we are more than willing to do that on the first Hall of Toys live show. Mm-hmm. You can contact us, as always, hot@comicrelated.com.
Yep, exactly. And I just want to toss this one in there. Cryptozoic also does a Bravest Warriors cooperative dice game. The only reason I'm mentioning this is because our good friend Lisa Moore, who has been on the show, colors Bravest Warriors. So,
hopefully we'll get her back at least on the live show.
Yeah, and I don't think she has anything to do with the game, but I still wanted to mention it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, never know. But that's all I have for Tabletop Talk this week. I did notice, just as an interesting side note, I was going through Hulu looking for something, and I noticed that Tabletop is now on Hulu as well as YouTube. So you can find Tabletop on your on your Hulu. So it's pretty cool.
We got to get one of our shows. Maybe Gaming Zone will put it on Hulu somehow.
There you go. All right, so that just brings us to
an action figure.
All right, so my and action figure pick this week is it was in the December DC solicits. It comes out on sale in April 2015, $24.95, 6.75 inch figure. This is the Flash figure based on the new TV show. I just lost it. Okay. I'll just read the copy because it's real short. Get up to speed on the new hit CW television series with this incredibly detailed action figure of the Flash, the fastest man alive, in the Scarlet uniform. I'm really excited about the TV show, and this figure looks amazing. The level of detail, the pants look leather. There's a little bit of mesh, detail on the torso and stuff, and it really looks cool. And I really would like to have this figure. There's some cool Arrow figures to go along with it too, but yeah, I'm really excited about the Flash figure. What about you?
God. Mine, well, anybody who's saying, hey guys, you talked about all the Revlatech turtle figures except one. Well, my end action figure of this week, or this month, or this episode, is the Leonardo Revlatech TMNT action figure. He looks amazing. I wish if I could pick just one of the figures, as much as I love Mikey, I would have to go with Leo. I love his animated head. I think his animated head is a shocked head, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, shocked head.
Yeah.
I love the swords. I just love the figure all around. If it wasn't $60, if they weren't $60, I would have bought all four of them up already.
Yeah, definitely. I love the sectioned pizza he has.
Yes.
Like actually in sections. That's pretty cool. Easy to lose, maybe. Very cool. Oh, nice. So that's our show, everybody. Of course, all the links will be in the show notes. Crazy? Yeah, it is. It is crazy. So, Hall of Toys, hope it was worth the wait for everybody. Hope you enjoyed the announcements. Again, leave us some feedback. Let us know what you think about the changes upcoming for the show, starting in November with episode 21.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a good announcement. For the last Hall of Toys, with all the sections together, I will do a versus of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, because by then, by the end of October, I will have a definitive, what's the word I'm looking for? A definitive decision on or opinion on both the systems. Yeah,
very cool.
Definitive opinion on both of them. So look forward to that in Hall of Toys episode 20 before the big move to YouTube and the birth of Gaming Zone.
There you go. So awesome. Lots of stuff to look forward to this year.
And I forgot to mention one thing. Frontline Gaming Zone does not have a YouTube channel, a Facebook channel yet. We might get a Facebook page when we launch in January. However, we do have a Twitter account. It's at FGamingZone. You could check out there if you want to stay up to date with the videos that are coming out, or you can just go on YouTube if you have a YouTube account and click the sub button. Either way, you'll find out, and we'll be posting news probably in January, but we did create the Twitter already to see what name we could come up with Twitter, because obviously Frontline Gaming Zone was too long. We fiddled around with a few things so we didn't have to put numbers in, and F Gaming Zone was the only thing we could come up with. Make jokes, if you will, because I did think of a few jokes as I was creating it, but that's the official Twitter for Frontline Gaming Zone for now. The .com might come later. We don't know yet. And yeah, so we will make a Facebook page at some point, just like Gaming Zone and Hall of Toys will get. Or maybe Gaming Zone and Hall of Toys will be on the same Facebook page. I don't know what Brant's deals are with that. I don't know. I'm still working on the Frontline Gaming Zone one myself, so we'll see how those both go at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Just minor announcements. I forgot. Just to throw in the extras before we end out the show.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of people have been asking about a Hall of Toys Facebook page, specific, aside from the Zone 4 one. So that's why, as the changes happen, as we launch it, probably with the format change with the episode 21, we'll have that Facebook page launch, so you can follow everything there. And the gaming stuff, we'll figure that out for the gaming show, where it's going to go and everything. So, but that's it.
We're still working on Frontline Gaming beta stage. Remember, till January beta stage.
Right. So, definitely check out everything else we're involved with. Comment Frontline. We did a live show and all kinds of videos and reviews and all that good stuff over there. Check out the gaming channel, comicrelated.com, comicfrontline.com, zone4podcast.com. Send us comments to hot@comicrelated.com for this show. Directly, you can email us at Brant or Chris at comicrelated.com if you want to reach out to us individually.
If you want to send us stuff, please contact Brant.
Yes, definitely. Please send us an email to one of those email addresses if you'd like to send us stuff for review, or just because you like us, because we're really nice and cool. We
love you guys.
We do. We love you all. So, that's it. Anything to add?
Nope. Just look forward to the trailer sometime this week for Frontline Gaming Zone. That's really it. I'm pushing that a lot because I'm really looking forward to this month, for the coming month with Frontline Gaming Zone, to really test out how we'll be with a holiday month.
Sweet. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us for this monumental episode of Hall of Toys. And until next time, we'll see you again in the Hall of Toys.
In 2 weeks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production.